All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever it might be for you guys. Today we're going to talk about surface area of a cone this time. Now, as you guys all have seen a cone before, a cone is created with a circle and the triangular three-dimensional shape below it, or above it to the side, doesn't matter. Along with every cone, there is always going to be a radius, and that's where we get the pi r squared part from. And then this pi r L, remember L is your slant height. Okay? So a lot of these things are going to be fairly straightforward, where you might sometimes be given a diameter. Remember, if you're given a diameter that's twice a radius, so you would take half of the diameter to equal the radius if you need be. And sometimes you might have to figure out the slant height if you're given the vertical height, because this vertical height portion is always perpendicular to a radius. So there might be a little bit of Pythagorean theorem from time to time to figure out this portion of the slant height. So let's look at a couple examples. So right off the bat, if I'm looking at the question here, number 19, we'll start with this one. You'll see that we have our radius given, and we have our slant height given. So we just have to write out the formula, pi r squared plus pi r L. So this is 9 squared, guys, please, pi plus 9 times 28, times pi. And we can throw that all in the multi-view calculator. Clear this up some here. So it's 9 squared, put a pi next to it, plus, I forgot what it was, 9 times 28 times pi. And it'll give us an answer in terms of pi. In this case, it was 333 pi. Meters squared. Now, if you don't have the multi-view calculator, you're using the one on the Chromebook, you get a decimal of 1046.15. Again, we're always going to round these guys out to 2 decimal places, so this would have been my solution here with my units. Okay. So next one, same idea, but notice this time here you're given the diameter. If you're given the diameter is 32, that means you take half of it, and you get 16 for here. So pi r squared plus pi r L. So it's 16 squared times pi plus 16 times 25 times pi. Once again, go right to our calculator. Move this over so you can see. 16 squared, put a pi next to it, plus 16 times 25 times pi. And again, it'll give us our answer in terms of pi. This one is 656. And this was in millimeters. Okay? And it works like that. All right? Let's try one more here. All right, let's go to the next one. And like I was saying a little bit ago, the worst case scenario with these guys is that you'll notice that in this case we have the vertical height to the radius. That means it creates a right angle. So we have to figure out what our slant height is. Well, in this case, this is just Pythagorean theorem. So you have 6 squared plus 8 squared is your slant height squared. So 36 and 64, add that together, you get 100. And then the square root of 100, as you know, is 10. So we use our pi r squared plus pi r L. So we have 6 squared pi plus 6 times 10 times pi. So this is 36 pi, and this is 60 pi. You wind up with 96 pi. This one didn't have any units, we just used units squared. Okay? So tomorrow I'll give you guys a couple things with what are called spheres. We'll roll through that real fast. And then on Wednesday, you'll have a 2 days to complete an assessment for a quiz. And that will also look like everything we've done. And we'll go from there. I'll post a video about all that a little bit later on. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.